Hello, and welcome to my online inner work course. I'm Rhiannon Griffin, and I just want to start by saying thank you. Thank you for joining me on this course, and I really hope that this helps you to unravel some of your emotional issues and help you learn how to love yourself and love life again. So I just want to start with what exactly the course is. It's a 12-week course that I developed off of my own kind of life experience. And basically what it does is it leads you through these 12 different aspects of healing. So what I want to do with this course is teach you lots of different tools that you can use throughout your life to help you cope with certain situations and to help you kind of bring you back to your own alignment within yourself. Each section of this course will teach you a different technique that you can use in different types of scenarios that will kind of not only help shed light on your negative behavioural patterns, but will also help to give you some kind of practice skills that you can use to actually help you in those situations, to bring you back to who you actually are and who you want to be and are inside. So these 12 different aspects, I can go through them now for you. The first one that we're going to go through is called tapping, also known as emotional freedom technique. And this is a technique that you can use to help kind of diffuse anxiety and fear within you. And it's something that I will teach you how to do in the first session, and it's something that we will use throughout the course. Because what happens in sections 2 to 12 is that in sections 2 to 12, it's kind of, we will be bringing up emotions. We will be doing exercises that bring up your negative behavioural patterns, and we will be using the emotional freedom technique that we use in week 1 to get rid of those negative beliefs. So we bring them up and knock them out, you know. So in week 2, I will teach you all about mindfulness. So this is all about being in the now, being present, not thinking too much about the future and the past, but actually finding that balance and utilising the power of now. Okay, and then we move on to section 3, which is forgiveness. And with forgiveness, we forgive. We forgive yourself and help you to rebuild a bond with yourself. Then we kind of move that circle of forgiveness outwardly, and you will forgive the people that are close to you in your life, the people that hurt you the most, and just practice that art of forgiveness and just letting go. And what this does is, this is your chance. This is a really lovely week where we just let go of everything. We just let go of things that do not serve us anymore, these negative belief systems and behavioural patterns. We're just letting things go. And you will have times in this course where things will come up and you'll be like, I just can't let go of this. I just, you know, I'm not ready for this. And you have all these voices start coming up and going, no, don't forgive. But what we can do in those moments is use emotional freedom technique, and actually that will help you to let go so that you can do the exercises. And with forgiveness, is the whole concept is it's important for you to actually get rid of old energy so that you can let in new energy. And it's the same if you've got clutter around in your home. If you have all this clutter, all this old energy surrounding you, there's just no room for anything else to come in. You know, there's no room for the new energy. And it's similar with how you are with forgiveness with yourself. If you have not forgiven yourself for the things that you've done in your life to yourself and to others, then it's going to be really hard for you to actually explore self-love and self-acceptance. So that's what we do in that week. The next week, we move on to inner child healing. So I teach you some techniques to heal your inner child, and you learn how to be empathetic to yourself again, as if you were a gentle parent to yourself. So that's really powerful, really fantastic, and that week is full of a lot of self-realizations. And then after that, we move on to openness. So this is how open you are to the world, and we're just kind of opening you back up to the love of life, and to just getting a little lust for life back, basically. After that, we move on to what's it called? Self-acceptance work. So with self-acceptance work, it's all about you loving and accepting yourself exactly as you are and where you are. And that links in, of course, with mindfulness, which is the power of now. So this is all, don't love yourself if I'm going to be like this, if I'm going to be like that, if I'm going to be like that. It's no, I'm going to love myself exactly right now. I'm going to carry on this journey, but I will love myself right now. I will love myself tomorrow, and I'll love myself next day, next day, next day. And as I progress, I will love every single me in that, in these moments, you know. There's no need to wait to love yourself. You can love yourself exactly where you are. So that's what we do in that moment, in that section. After that, we move on to gratitude. So that's teaching you how to just be grateful for everything that you are, and everything that you have, and just flipping your perspective over from feeling like you're in a state of lack to you're in a state of abundance. After that one, we move on to grounding. So that's helping you to feel more connected to the world, connected to yourself, connected to the world around you, and I physically get you to connect to the earth. So it's actually very, very powerful in making you feel grounded and rooted and supported in this world, because we are. And then that leads us on to trust. So the whole trust week is about trusting life, trusting the universe, trusting the energy that flows, trusting yourself. And therefore, when we're doing about trusting ourselves, we do about empowerment. So that week is trust and empowerment. And I get you to kind of explore the language that you use to get you out of victim mentalities and empower yourself so that you can believe in yourself again. After that week, we move on to following your heart. So once you're more in tune with yourself and empowered and you believe in yourself, and you're also quite grounded and you've got that connection back, then we can move on to following your heart. And this is all about listening to your inner voice and listening to what your body desires, what your mind desires, what is good for you. And it's an amazing thing that leads us on to the next week, which is finding your passion and discovering what your joys are in life. Because once you've started to follow your heart, it's important to actually start to explore how you can use that power in your life. So when we're finding our passion, it is by following your heart. So we use the exercises and the skill that you learn in following your heart to help you find your passion in life. And then after that, we move on to the final week in the course, which is about the gift of giving, the gift of giving to other people. So after you've kind of explored what you can give to the world, you actually put that in practice and you start giving back to the world. And we utilise the whole love that you've built up for yourself, that you've built up for life during the course, to help spread that love outwardly and give to other people. Because basically that's what I see life as about. It's about building yourself up to a point, loving yourself so that you are able to spread love out to the world. And just to help other people and, just give back, basically. So that's what we do during that week. And in every single week, there's different exercises and practices for you to do to explore that area of healing and to help you to practice different skills in those areas to help kind of give you new perspectives, and just get into the habit of doing them. Like waking up in the morning and just practicing gratitude is just such an amazing thing to do. And with this course, the whole idea is you're not going to be like completely healed and completely happy by week 12. That's not the idea of the course. These exercises I want you to learn, and these techniques I want you to learn during our time on the course and to try out and to do. And I don't want you to stop doing them after the course is finished. I want these to be practices that you incorporate into your daily life. I've been doing these practices for the last 2 years and more. And each time I kind of get better and better at doing the practices, they mean more every time I do them. Like if I do a gratitude exercise now compared to how I did 2 years ago, it's very different for me. When I did it a couple of years ago, it was like it meant a lot, and it helped in its own way at that time. But when I do them now, like, I get it even more, you know. So these are just skills that I want you to practice, 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 and get into the habit of doing it. And then over time, you will kind of know how to respond to certain situations. You know, if you feel a grudge coming up, you know, if you bump into someone you've had issues with and you have a grudge, you know in that moment, oh, do you know, I can do a forgiveness exercise on that, and I can learn to let that go. And that's basically what you're doing. You're not going to have nothing to forgive by the end of this course, but you will know how to forgive, and you will learn in what moments will be useful for you to forgive so that you can grow. And that's what we'll be doing with all the different skills. So the way that this course will work is it's a fully video course. So each week, each Monday, you will receive one video, and the video will be outlining what is that section of the course, and it will be detailing out the practices for you to do. And the way that I will be doing these videos on the Monday is they will not be scripted. I want to be doing this course as if I was coaching you, as if you were having a personal coaching session with me. And when I'm coaching people and doing that personal coaching session, I am not scripted. I talk from the heart. So with this course, I would like you to expect real, to expect to see me real. I'm just going to speak from the heart about these different sections, and there'll be times where I will talk about my own personal experience. I'll tell you stories about where each different aspect has helped me, and it's just going to be a course that I would like you to just listen to and understand that this is just going to be me speaking from my heart. I don't want to be having a video that is being cut and pasted and spliced in all different sections. I would like to just speak to you as if we were sitting together and I was telling you, just pouring out my mind and pouring out my heart to you to help you. Okay, so expect this course to be a bit real, a bit raw, but a lot of fun. Okay, full of amazing self-realizations, full of heart and full of soul. And that will just be a pre-recorded video from me that will be sent out to you. And what I'd like you to do with that video is to watch it, to start doing the practices that I tell you. And then if you have any queries, any questions, need any advice on that practice or on that section, then to please message me if you want it to be kept more private, or you can ask a question in the group. And then I will get back to you on the Friday's video, and Friday's video will be live with me. That'll be a live Q&A, so you can either ask me a question before in the week, you can send me a question in message, or you can ask me the question live during the Q&A. I will be there to help troubleshoot any issues that you have. Or if I can think of anything that additional that I think would help people, then I will put that up in a live video on the Friday. And that will be every single week that I'll do that. So there'll be a video each Monday and a Q&A on Friday. And this video course is done all over Facebook in a group. So I just add you up to the group once you have paid for the course, and you have it as this group community to do the course with, which is really nice because it means you've got like an added extra of having other people who are on the same learning journey as you to share your experience with, and also to help you and to build connections with. And as for things that you will need for the course, I do recommend that you have a notebook. So you can make this a nice, pretty, fun notebook. And this is basically just where you're going to record everything that you all the exercises that we're going to do, because a lot of the exercises I would like you to just write things down. In one of the weeks we write down like a forgiveness letter to yourself and things like that, gratitude lists. So it's really nice to actually have somewhere that you can put an account of all the things that you're going to be doing, and to actually write down and keep a record of your journey almost, because I've got these things written down in notebooks in my home, and it's just nice to look back and see where you've come from and see the different emotional issues that you've actually overcome. So the only thing that I require people have for this course is to have a notebook and obviously internet access and a computer or some kind of screen where you can watch the videos. And that's literally all you need to take part in the course. That and an open mind and an open heart, of course. And enthusiasm. Have some enthusiasm is always going to be helpful. But yeah, as for physical items, just a notebook. So have some fun with that. Get yourself a nice notebook to do for the course. Now I'd just like to talk a little bit about my inspiration behind the course and where it all came from. And basically it came from my own personal journey. Like with everything that I teach, it's all based on my own personal experience and research, and also that I have come across during my time. So basically a little bit about me is I have gone on a huge transformation. It's been an amazing journey that I've gone on over these past couple of years, and it all started really a long time ago. I was very self-destructive. I had bulimia. I used to take a lot of drugs, Class A drugs. I used to drink a lot, smoke a lot, go out, barely sleep, and when I did eat, it would be junk, or it wouldn't. I would try not to eat at all, or I would be sick after I ate, and be binging and purging, and it was just completely self-destructive, completely. I just hated myself, if I'm honest. I really did not want to be me. I wanted to be anyone else in the world but me. I just wanted to not have these issues. I wanted to be able to eat and not feel like I wanted it straight back out. I had a very harsh relationship with myself. Nothing I did was ever good enough. I had tons of guilt. I'm continuously growing and overcoming these things, and I'm finally at a point now where I'm actually like so much stronger than I ever was before. I'm the most confident I've ever been, the least guilty I've ever been. I'm actually able to be nice to myself now, and when things come up where I'm harsh on myself or I'm bitterly critical of myself, I can actually be aware of that. I'm aware of the self-criticism. I'm aware of when I'm calling myself a name inside, and I just flip it and I just go, no, actually, I love me. I love me, and I can honestly tell you, I'm at a point now where I love myself so much, and I've never felt like this before. I just love myself completely unconditionally, and I'm able to forgive myself very easily and be gentle with myself and be kind and finally nourish myself. Like, I used to have such self-sabotaging behaviours where I would, like even eating healthy. If I started to eat healthy for a little while, I'd be like, and I'd start to get results I wanted. Maybe I'd start to lose a bit of weight, start to feel healthy. I would sabotage it. I would binge and purge. You know, and part of it was food addictions, and part of it was emotional issues. So I was very much just self-sabotaging, basically. It was almost like I didn't think I deserved what I wanted. I didn't think I deserved good health. So this emotional healing course is just so powerful at nipping that emotional kind of issues in the bud, that self-sabotaging, so that you are actually able to do a raw food lifestyle or a healthy lifestyle of your choice to help you feel better inside and out. So you're nourishing your soul, you're nourishing your emotional health, and you're able to then go on and nourish your body with healthy healing foods. And that's why this course can be done by anyone who's trying to achieve anything. So it doesn't have to be done by just someone who's aspiring to be raw vegan or who is raw vegan. This is anyone. This can help anyone to just get to a point in their life where they can achieve what they want and what they deserve. That's what my company is about, Happy on Fruit. Helping people to achieve the health and happiness that they deserve, because we all do deserve it. We deserve to love ourselves and to feel how amazing life is. And I have gone from that place where I just felt awful. I felt disgusting. I was disgusted in myself, in my very being. I had notebooks where I'd just write things about what I did not like about myself, and I would just call myself names in big, scratchy red writing. It was awful, the things I used to do to myself. I wanted to hurt myself. I wanted to disappear. And I've managed to claw my way back out of that. And the way that I've actually managed to get out of that and get out of those belief systems, because I told myself I hated myself for so long. It was such an amazing thing to get away from that and to get into the habit of not doing that. Because what I did, as I repeatedly told myself, you're not good enough, you're fat, you're ugly, you're lazy, blah, 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 I started to believe it up in my head. So as soon as you start to learn the different ways of being, you have to retrain your brain to respond differently. So when you bump into someone by accident and they get funny with you, it's not automatically doing that negative belief system, going, oh, I'm a really horrible person, that person doesn't like me, that means that I'm not good enough, blah, 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 blah. But it's relearning how to respond to situations, so that when the same situation happens, you go, oh, they're probably having a really bad day. Like, oh, I'm sorry. I know that I'm a good person. I know that I'm a good person and I love me. So if that person doesn't see it, then that's okay. Because I know I didn't do that on purpose. I know I didn't upset them on purpose. And that's not my fault. That's their relationship with the world. They might be having a bad day. That doesn't affect how I love myself, completely, unconditionally, exactly as I am right now. So that's basically where that's all come from. It's like I went on this journey from learning how to be raw, and then practicing my kind of spiritual health. Because what happened when I went raw is there was no heavy food to numb my emotions. So I didn't come home after a hard day and eat heavy food and then switch off. When I eat raw food, there's nothing to suppress those emotions. And that's why it's funny that it's raw. The food is raw and the emotions are raw. There's just nothing. There's nothing to calm them down, you know. So the emotions come up to the surface and they can be very, very, very hard to deal with. So that's why I started doing a lot of emotional healing. And I also met someone called Danny, and he's Sunfruit Dan on YouTube, and he has a website, sunfruitdan.com. He is my best friend now, and he was like my mentor when I came to the raw food lifestyle, and he taught me raw, and he inadvertently introduced me to a lot of inner work. He was just doing things and I picked up on it, and a lot of what he taught me I have zhuzhed up in my own way, because I learn techniques and I change techniques according to what works for me and I just make them better in my own way. Like I found kind of the shadow work from Teal Swan and I changed it, adding in gentle parenting, because I realised that we're healing our inner child, and the way to heal a child is through all the attachment parenting. So it's kind of taking inspiration from other places and zhuzhing it up in my own little way. But he taught me so much inner work, and I started doing the inner work, and it completely transformed my life. So, and then I had this moment of like this epiphany where I had a piece of paper and I started seeing how there was an order to doing the inner work that would make it all more effective. And that's how the course came about. It's me putting all the inner work that I've done into an order that makes sense. So we do forgiveness before we do self-acceptance work, so that you can actually let go of the old energy before you can let the new energy in. And so that each different section supports the next section and teaches you in the right order, so that you can learn what I learned over 2 years more efficiently and get the results quicker, basically. So that's basically how the whole course came about, just me learning stuff, picking up on it, and realising that there was an order and different practices that you could do in all these different aspects of healing. And I've also kind of turned this course into a course for children. So I've done all the different sections with different worksheets for children to do. So what I like people to do is, you know, if you've got a family, to do this course and to learn about how to heal yourself, and then to do this course, the child version with your children, and that's called the Kids Happiness Program. So you can check that out on my website. That's happyonfruit.co.uk/Kids Happiness Program. Or have a look up my online courses. So that's happyonfruit.com/online courses, where you can have a look at the Kids Happiness Workshop, and you can do that if you want. So yeah, that's basically how this course all came about. I've had lots of different people inspire me in my life, and I'd just like to do a quick dedication, just say thank you to those people, because without them this course would not exist, and without them I may not be in the place that I am today. And I'm very, very grateful to them, and I'd just like to give them the thanks that they deserve. So the first person is Danny Glass. Danny Glass, my goodness, this man, he changed my life. He helped me come to Raw. He taught me a lot of the inner work, and this whole course is just inspired by him and his lifestyle habits and everything he taught me. He's my best friend, and I love him to pieces. And if you want to check out his stuff, he's Danny Glass. He's on YouTube as Sunfruit Dan, and he has a website which is sunfruitdan.com. And if you'd like to check him out, I will leave his link in the description of this video. And the next person is a man called Michael Derbyshire. And with all these people, I'll leave their links in the description. And he taught me the emotional freedom technique, and he's an amazing man who, I was at a very negative point in the business. I was thinking of giving up the business. I was thinking this is just not making any money. It's too much work, too much effort. The instability of funds was just getting to me, and I was about to quit, and he popped up in my life and said, I will help you, I will coach you. And he helped me let go of my fears around money, and helped me to get to this successful place that I am today, where I'm making money and gonna go traveling. And he's just, yeah, he just helped me with that last piece of the puzzle. And he's amazing. He's just amazing. He's such a kind person and a good friend. And he is michaelderbyshire.com if you would like to check out him and his work. He is fantastic, so I highly recommend it. And the next person I would like to thank is Teal Swan, who taught me shadow work, and you can check her out, tealswan.com. And the last person is Louise Hay. She helped me to learn about basically mirror work and self-love work. She's very, very good with that. So you can check her out, louisehay.com as well. But I'd also like to thank my family and friends who have supported me through my journey. And basically taught me a lot about myself. They have given me tests as well, emotional tests, to help make me stronger, and I'm very grateful for them and everything that I've learned from them. And to thank Molly as well, because she is just incredible and she keeps me going, and when things have got really tough, she's just always there for me, and I love her to pieces. She's my daughter, my baby, my best friend, and I love her, and I dedicate and give a huge thank you to her for just being her. She hasn't even done anything, she's just herself, and I love her so much. So that's it. So thank you again, thank you for being here, and I really hope that you enjoy the course, and I'm very excited to get started with you all. So I will see you very soon for section I will see you very soon for section 1. And thank you again. See ya.